Hello and welcome to the 87th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go up for free every Wednesday in audio format on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast directories, and in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD. This show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at createforsanity.com, where you can listen to episodes, subscribe for behind-the-scenes news, read radical articles, and, well, not radical in, like, the terrorist sense, but, like, rad, like, whoa, radical. But anyways, and buy sick t-shirts from our shop. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeak Podcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, Jamal Aljaafreh, alongside Brent Bass.
Hey.
That one was building up in me.
That was radical right there.
That was rad, dude. No, but, yeah, so I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry you guys had to hear that, but
you should be sorry about that to them.
Well,
you should apologize to the fans.
Now that you say it, I kind of don't want to apologize anymore.
Damn, you're not sorry anymore.
No. Thank you. Next. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways.
What's been up, man? You liking this cold-ass weather we're getting?
Oh, dude. Did you see the flakes this morning?
No, there was Flizznox?
Yeah, dude. It like snowed.
I probably slept through it. Shit.
Yeah, it was like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. There was like flakes flopping, falling, flelling from the sky. And,
for those of you that aren't from Texas, this is a big deal for us.
Yeah.
Us Texans. We don't see a lot of Flizznox, snow Flizznox.
Definitely don't see a lot of Flizznox.
No, not a very common sight. So when it happens, it's rare. And when it sticks to the ground, it's even rarer. That's like a
it did not stick today.
That's like a once in a several year type of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and I feel like as kids it never happened.
No.
It didn't happen until we were like almost adults. and then I don't know. Yeah, I think we were like 17 the first time it snowed. Like in
I gotta look. I remember as a kid one time when it snowed, but it was like real brief in it.
Yeah, it always is real brief. I'm always flabbergasted.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of it. Once, whenever we were in high school, do you remember when it snowed and they everybody just ran out of the school and was playing outside? Like, basically, everybody just said fuck school for like an hour and we all just went and played in the snow.
Yeah, it's a good old Texas snow day.
It was great. It was great. All the teachers were on board with it too. They like everybody was just leading their class. It was like a fire drill, but there was no emergency. Everybody just wanted to play in the snow, including the teachers.
Oh, yeah. And now that I'm like an adult and I understand that teachers are just people like us that just have to work a job, I imagine they're just like, oh, fuck yeah, anything to get outside.
Dude, yeah, they were probably stoked.
But, yeah, anyways, so...
oh, man. I was watching YouTube with my roommate Matt the other day, and we came across these videos, and these people are doing the one chip challenge. Have you heard of that?
Is that the where you eat the hot chip?
It's a hot ass chip.
A hot ass chip.
Apparently, it's extremely hot.
Dude, we should do the one chip challenge.
I was thinking, what if we did the one chip challenge? Like, what if we took one of the one chip challenge chips and we broke it in half, and we both ate half of it, and we just started up the podcast? And just saw what happened.
That might be a really bad podcast.
It might be.
Like,
at least for like the first half, we're just dying. Like it's like an extra hour long because we're just dying. Yeah, maybe that's a bad idea.
Like, yo.
Maybe that should be its own video.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, maybe that should be its own video. Definitely. But yeah, so this week I'm trying to think. Oh, I had a good Sunday. Had a good relaxing Sunday.
Lazy Sunday.
I love those lazy day Sundays.
How was your Sunday? What'd you do?
It was pretty nice. I just played a lot of a video game.
Oh, I love
specific video game. I can't really talk about that. But then I watched Alien, which is, I forgot how fucking long that movie is.
Like Original Alien?
Original Alien. That
good
movie is long as shit, dude.
Really long, yeah.
It's like 3 hours long.
It's a good movie, though, yeah.
It was good. Yeah, definitely.
The sequel's even better, I feel like. Aliens,
that's the third one, I thought.
No, that's the second one.
Is it the second one?
Because Alien 3 was the third one.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, I don't even remember Aliens. Was that the one where it was like more action-y?
Yeah. Well, there's more aliens, and there's more... I want to say there's like more Ripleys, too. They have like Ripley clones. The Aliens was the one that was directed by like John Carpenter or somebody like that.
Alien was the first one.
Was it? Okay, then the second one was directed by the guy who did Avatar.
James Cameron.
James Cameron, yeah, that's right. It was like one of his first movies, and
so that's
most people consider it better than the original Alien movie, but I don't know.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's real good.
And I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I watched that was important to. I started the Castlevania series, not started the series, but started season 2.
Yeah.
So far so good.
I haven't even watched season 1. I need to get into that. I never was really that into the lore of Castlevania. It was one of those games that I enjoyed, but it didn't like suck me in. You know, I wasn't like, whoa, Castlevania, Dracula. You know, like
as far as I know, it's like it doesn't even really follow the story of Castlevania.
Oh, really?
Like it's like got some of the same characters and stuff, but it's its own thing. Like. It sets up the story for it.
I'll have to check it out. I mean, it's only a few episodes, right? It's not very long.
Yeah, the first season's like 4 episodes.
Yeah, I got no excuse.
And they're like 30 minutes long, tops. You know, so like you're looking at 2 hours to watch the entire season.
Yeah, I might as well.
Yeah, definitely. Take a seat and turn it on and watch. But yeah, what about you? What you been up to?
Oh man, not much. Not much at all. Just hanging out, playing games, you know, watching TV.
It's funny because we want to talk about what we've been doing, but it's things that we have to save for later in the show. Anyways.
You know, I'm going to be going to Llano like tomorrow for my family. We're going to do like a family Thanksgiving type thing up in...
What y'all going to do down there? Y'all just going to give thanks?
Just going to eat turkey and hang out with my parents. They got this like, they've got this property down there and they're like building cabins on it and stuff, and they've got it kind of decked out there. It's pretty cool.
Oh shit, dude, that sounds dope. Oh yeah, I'm going to Colorado this weekend.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, that's
exciting, cool. Dude.
Yeah, definitely gonna check out some cool places. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
There's gonna be some cool places like the mountaintops. And then, like,
are y'all going to like one of the ski towns? Where are you going?
I'm gonna go to Denver and then check out like Boulder, because last time we didn't go to Boulder.
You gotta go to Boulder.
You
gotta at least go to one of the ski towns, even if you're not skiing. They're like the prettiest places in Colorado, if you ask me. Like you go up to like Steamboat Springs or Winter Park or you know, Boulder, Breckenridge. Yeah, all those, they're just absolutely freaking beautiful. I mean, it's like another world. It's like being in like a Lord of the Rings movie or some shit. It's crazy.
Telling you, dude, we need to move the entire podcast to Colorado.
Dude,
we need to live.
I'm so about that life. The only thing that would be scary is like driving through icy roads all the time.
We don't drive, dude. We just take public transit or
the little scooters that are
dude.
So popular in the big cities now.
That's what I'm saying. And see, we're living that small town life right now. We got to step it up to, I'm in an Uber complaining about my Uber driver.
Yes.
I feel like everyone from
the city... You haven't made it until you're complaining about your Uber driver.
Yeah, it's like, I see your problems have gotten smaller. No, but anyways, yeah, guys, thanks and shout out to all of our patrons who have been supplying us with money.
Yeah, just so you know. Oh, sorry. Go
ahead.
No,
go ahead. Explain.
I was just going to say, just so you guys know that are funding our show and giving us money every month, you know, first of all, we're really grateful. And second of all, that money is building up. We're talking about getting some new cameras and equipment and stuff. So pretty soon.
Yeah, we want to get some. We actually are aiming to get 3 action cameras so we can give you better videos. So you're not just looking at our faces.
Yeah, just straight at our faces.
We're gonna sit. Check this out. Hold on. This is gonna sound insane.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna blow your mind.
Just stay with me, okay? I know you'll understand once we get there. I'm on the left side of the table.
Right.
Brent's on the right side of the table, at the ends of the tables, so we're facing each other. But then we have a camera on each of our faces, so we can cut back and forth when we're each talking. Yes. And then there's one where this camera on YouTube, that if you're watching it, it's normally stationed outside of the table, getting an overview of both of us.
The third camera is just a close-up of the Poochie amiibo.
Yeah. But yeah, we want to give you that almost like Joe Rogan level of video for our podcasting.
Yes.
Shout out to the Joe Rogan Experience. Yeah, I mean, we talk all the time. Anyway, so like Yeah, so we want to do that. And you guys are helping, so thank you so much. And the quality will get better for you guys as we go on, we promise.
Totally.
And also get to that movie TV podcast. But yeah, so let's jump into the news, dude. Let's get into the video game
Getting
news.
on into that video game news. We got a lot of news today.
Yeah, just so you guys know, we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the material as our own. We are simply giving commentary on said articles. So, yeah,
so
enjoy.
Don't get mad at us if it's a bad article. You know what I mean? Don't get, give us all the praise if it's a great article. We're just bringing you the articles.
We're like, it's like the don't kill the messenger thing.
We're kind of like just doing the work for you of looking it up and just and reading it. We're like doing all the like thinking for you.
Yeah, what we're doing. We are your mind.
We are your mind.
No, we're bundling up all the week's news into one sack, like Santa Claus.
Yes,
we just fucking flew down your goddamn chimney, spilt that shit all under your tree,
stuff that shit all in your stockings.
Yeah, and that's what you're getting. And then we just kind of tell you how we feel about it. And I found that most of the time, I'm pretty upset. At almost everything.
Generally.
So I'm learning more and more about myself as this show goes on, and it's all recorded. It's like a therapy for me.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Anyway, so let's start off. Nintendo has said it plans to edit an animation in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that features an offensive depiction of Native Americans.
I'm offended.
The company has said that the decades-old reference does not reflect its current values. The animation comes from Mr. Game & Watch, whose attacks are based on the LCD handheld games from Nintendo. Reset Era noticed the move, which comes from the 1982 cowboy game Fire Attack. That game had you defending a wooden fort from Native Americans wielding torches. The move was shown last week during the final Nintendo Direct presentation for Smash Bros. Ultimate. In a statement, Nintendo indicated it already had plans to remove the animation and that it appearing in the Direct was a simple oversight. Quote, Nintendo has been planning to distribute an update for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that removes the feather from the silhouette of Mr. Game & Watch, a Nintendo spokesperson said. The original game on which this depiction of the character is based was released more than 3 decades ago and does not represent our company values today. We sincerely apologize that this change was not noticed in our marketing material and are continuing our work to make Super Smash Bros. Ultimate an experience that is both welcoming and fun for everyone, except for Native Americans from the 1700s.
Yeah.
You guys aren't welcome here. I'm just kidding. Like, it's tough to talk about because the moment you talk about it,
you're a terrible person.
You're a terrible person. But my thing on it is who I want to know, did a Native American bring this up?
Yeah.
Or was it just some dude that was like, hey, man,
that's not cool.
Yeah, like, and now if a Native American personally talked to this guy and was like, hey, bro, did you notice that shit in Smash Bros. Where there was a feather on that guy? That's kind of fucked up. Like, now I could understand that. But if you're just some news editor and you notice something like that, instead of, being like...
It's like Apu getting cut out of The Simpsons. Did you see that?
I did see that.
That's ridiculous. I think we might have already talked about
there
this.
There was some guy made like a YouTube documentary or something about it. He was Indian and he complained about it. But it's tough because everybody's level of being offended is different. Like I don't get offended by anything. I'm half Jordanian. I'm half white. You could walk up to me and call me Osama bin Laden in a joking manner, obviously. And I would take that as something funny. But there's other Middle Eastern people that might take that super offensively. You know what I'm saying? But like,
sure.
I think it depends on where you come from and whatnot. And these companies have to go with whatever the highest level is because they can't take those chances. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's money.
Especially in today's political climate,
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's so funny. Like I saw this interview the other day with one of the Rockstar head executives, and he's like, we can't release Grand Theft Auto 6 in today's political climate. We just can't. It wouldn't go over well.
No, it wouldn't.
You know what I mean? And like, I thought about that for a little bit, and he's right. People would eat that shit alive. People are offended about fucking Red Dead, and it's like historically accurate almost to a T. You know what I mean? It's
and what's funny to me about this? Now, like, I don't want to talk about my political stance because I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to do that. But the weird thing about this is I remember the initial people who were, like disturbed or offended by Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that were the uptight, like Christian, like, oh my God, this is going to teach my kids terrible things. And now it's like completely flipped where everyone's mad about this. Like, I don't understand. It's fictional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's my only thing is like, guys, can we separate fiction from real life? Like, I just don't get where it becomes the same thing. If we can't have over the top in fiction, then where does it go?
Yeah, exactly. You're right about that. We're turning into a fucking George Orwell novel. This is fucking, what's that? Where they burn all the books? Fahrenheit 9/11 or 451.
Yeah, but the problem is it's not the government doing it. We're doing it to ourselves.
Oh yeah, that makes it that much worse.
I know.
What I mean?
We're
censoring ourselves. We're limiting ourselves. I don't know, and I understand. If something's like bluntly offensive or racist, but it's like, why is Game & Watch having a feather headband not okay? But fucking the dude at the end of Red Dead, no spoilers, it's just some random guy, don't worry. But there's a guy, and it's like the close-up on his body, and his eyeballs are like blown up out of his fucking skull and shit. It's one of the most graphic, disgusting things I've ever seen in a video game. And it's like, that's okay.
Yeah, well, I feel like we got our priorities mixed up a little bit. We're trying to censor words rather than actions. You know what I'm saying? And like I think it's because, and like not even having that feather is it's really not even a statement or anything. It's just it is what it is. It came out in 1987, a completely
it's a
different
throwback.
time.
Yeah,
it'd be like if we took Mickey Mouse and like suddenly we realized that him having fucking he doesn't have overalls, does he? Does he have overalls? I can't even remember.
His gloves. Let's
say they take his gloves off because somehow during that time the gloves were related to,
some horrible incident.
Yeah. But it's like, just because you change him now doesn't mean it wasn't there, and like it created a meaning of its own, over time. Like Game & Watch is Game & Watch, he's a classic character. And I remember having those little LCD Game & Watch games, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking crazy to think that they're just like, nope, can't do this anymore. But yeah, I don't want to go too much on it. Sorry, guys, if we offended anybody. But I'm just saying, like, can we just have Game & Watch? Can we just chill out? Can we play some Super Smash Bros. And not get pissed off? Super Smash Bros. Is meant just fucking take it out on the fucking map. Fucking choose your character. Fucking bust some ass.
Well, here's one thing we can all agree about.
Yeah.
We're all a little bit sad today because legend Stan Lee has been found dead at 95.
Man, that's fucking crazy.
Super sad day. Legend, icon.
Born in 1922.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
What a full life. At least you can say that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That Stan Lee lived a full, great life,
That's what I was thinking. This guy, like, I saw this really, like, cool drawing or picture somebody had, and it was, like, Stan Lee's funeral, but, like, all of his comic book drawings were like coming up to like say their goodbyes. And cool. It was fucking intense. Like
yeah.
I was like, damn, like he left behind an entire like all these fucking universes that will always find joy in.
Totally.
We'll always like love
and even
Spider-Man.
If some of his ideas go away in the future, like fucking like Daredevil or something, even if some of the less popular ones die out, some of them will last forever.
Most of them will. I don't even think Daredevil will die out.
No, yeah, not Daredevil, but there are definitely some ideas that might go away. But like SpiderMan, Fantastic Four, the Hulk, shit like that, you know what I mean? Like that's gonna last forever.
Yeah, and it might go away, and that's the other thing. It might go away from the films, but you'll always have the comics. You'll always have like people
in some medium. It will always be there.
It'll always exist. and it's such a good thing too. It's like, oh man, just the magic of the first time seeing the Punisher with Tom James,
or
Spider-Man,
or man, so many
anything.
great
Spider-Man
moments.
2.
The Spider-Man game that just came out, none of that shit would have ever happened if it wasn't for Stan Lee. I don't know. It's kind of cool to think about, like, the legacy he leaves behind, you know?
Yeah, a huge part of my childhood. I didn't read much comics, but I played all the video games based on his work. I played, I watched all the X-Men movies and all that stuff. Like, it was just, that was the thing.
X-Men was a staple of my childhood, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, rest in peace.
R.I.P. Stan Lee.
Stan the Man Lee. So the Mass Effect franchise is currently in a state of suspended animation following the lackluster showing of by the series' fourth game, Mass Effect Andromeda. But there's still a big Mass Effect following out there, and developer BioWare knows it. That's why it acknowledges November 7th each year as In-7 Day, with some messaging to fans to remind them of their experiences trying to save the Milky Way galaxy from the Reaper threat, the repeat Reaper threat. It doesn't say that, but I know it. And it seems like BioWare boss Casey Hudson just used the studio's In-7 Day Twitter post to hint at the future of Mass Effect. BioWare posted a short video on Twitter mostly made up of people from both the studio and the fan community talking about why they like Mass Effect. It also
Did you watch the video?
No.
It's really really heartwarming. It's worth a watch if you're a Mass Effect fan. Sorry, go ahead.
Gotcha. It also includes an announcement that the studio turned out a free update for Andromeda on Xbox One or Xbox One X that improves the game's graphics. What might be the most interesting part is the ending, though, where Hudson makes a statement laden with innuendo. Quote, "It means coming into the studio every day, dreaming about what the next great Mass Effect game will be." Then he stares straight into the camera for a long moment as he sips from a Mass Effect mug with the famous Commander Shepard line, "I should go," stenciled on the side.
It's not really that long of a moment. He just kind of looks at the camera for.
I just imagine like he stares into the camera and it's just like everything's
that's
quiet.
That's why I watched the video, because I was like, oh, this is gonna be hilarious. But it's like he just kind of looks at the camera. It's like literally like this. He like takes a sip out of the cup and he like looks in, and then it's just like it cuts away. Like it's not anywhere near as dramatic.
The camera for an extended 4-hour period.
It's really not like that at all. But I still think it is some kind of innuendo.
Of course.
I'm thinking we got a Mass Effect 1 remake on the way, which I wouldn't be mad about.
I don't know. I feel like what's the point of doing that?
Because
it's still on
looks
backwards
good
compatibility.
too, despite being like really old, like 2008 or 7 or something like that. It still looks pretty good for what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it looks fine. I mean, you can play it on Xbox already.
Yeah.
There's no sense in remastering
redoing it. Yeah,
unless they just kind of want to. And they've already done a remaster, didn't they, for the original, for the 360? No. Okay, they
enhanced it, I think, with the Xbox One enhanced kind of thing. You know what I mean? But that's another thing. Did you talk about that? The patch they have for the new Mass Effect game?
Yeah, Andromeda. Yeah, I mentioned that.
That's gonna be cool. That 4K patch. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're working on something. I'm sure they've been working on something, but they said that they were on that hiatus for a little while, so
yeah.
I think it was just so they could pull a Fallout Boy and like pop back up and be like, "Surprise, we're back." Anyways, what you got?
Let's see. The next patch for Overwatch will require a full game reinstall on all platforms.
Trash it. Throw it in the fucking recycle bin.
Blizzard has announced, citing substantial changes to the game client. The studio said it needs a total restart. PC players who have the public test server version installed will have a smaller install, however. Excuse me, oh my goodness. It was like fought back like 5 burps.
Just let them free, dude.
The number of back-end charges we're putting in is substantial enough that we can't just patch over the current content efficiently, the company said in its official forum. As a result, when the next patch comes out, the client will fully reinstall itself to handle these changes. We know that this isn't ideal for people on metered connections, so hopefully this announcement helps you prepare for the upcoming update.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of inconvenient as fuck.
Yeah,
if you're an Overwatch fan,
Anthony, just fucking delete that shit. Anyways, So Nintendo Switch is a little more of a multi-purpose device with the addition of a YouTube app.
Hey.
You can now download the YouTube app through the Nintendo eShop for free, and notably, you don't need Nintendo's online subscription service to use it. So that means you could be watching us on Switch as a GameSpeak podcast.
Just chilling in your bed with the Switch right there.
And us. What you doing, baby? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're not in your bed, but we're on the Switch.
Oh, are we?
Someone's like turning and like looking at the, like fucking freaking out.
The dog song starts playing.
Let's see.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn. Yeah.
Okay. The first trailer for Pokemon Detective Pikachu is here.
Oh my god, dude.
The live-action movie, based on the hugely popular game series, is released next May and stars Ryan Reynolds as the world-famous yellow Pokemon.
Who's that? No, I'm just kidding. No.
The trailer reveals that the movie is set in Rhyme City, where Pokemon exist alongside humans. A famous private detective has gone missing, leading his son Tim to start investigating what has happened to him. But Tim used to be an aspiring Pokemon trainer, and with his ability to hear what Pikachu can say to him, the pair team up to solve the mystery. And of course, the trailer is also packed with other Pokemon, including Psyduck, Bulbasaur, Charizard, and Greninja. So check it out.
There's a lot more in that trailer.
Yeah,
you can actually see Unknown. You can see wait, did they say Jigglypuff and Charmander?
Yeah, Mr.
Charizard,
Mime's in there.
Mr. Mime.
There's a lot of them, and they look cool. I like how they did the like a lot, like Jigglypuff and Pikachu have this like weird fluffy look to them.
Yeah, they tried to. I imagine them
plush
smooth.
animals. Yeah, I don't know. I like it though. I like the fluffiness, and some of them do look smooth. Like Charizard has the leathery skin, like you'd expect. I don't know.
He's got scales, which is weird because he's a lizard.
But I feel like it could work. You know, I feel like it's gonna look cool. I feel like the whole thing is gonna look fresh. I don't know.
Well, okay. So my thing about it, one thing you got to mention. Do you remember that those pictures that were going around like that were like on the internet of like the realistic looking Pokemon?
Yes.
Like the hand. That guy is who designed these.
Really?
Yes, they hired him for the movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
So I wish I remembered his name, or I should have wrote it down. But
I like that he's in charge of it because they look good. And I like that
they do.
I feel like they're a little more faithful to the original Pokemon design than his drawings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a good mix of both.
Yeah, it's healthy. Like, I don't know.
Well, he created all of it. So like
he put his own little spin on it. And I think it's going to be fun to see these Pokemon with their own little twist, you know?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like, some of them look really faithful, though. Like, Greninja looks just like fucking Greninja. It's, like, no different, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same with Charmander. Or not, Charmander, actually. Whenever he comes running towards the screen. But, like, he just looks like what you would imagine Charmander. It was, like, smooth and, like, cute. But, so, like, what was your reaction to this trailer? First off, we've known and we've been talking about how they were making this movie. We've already mentioned this on the show before. So we knew it was coming. We just didn't expect this trailer so soon. What did you think about it? Like when you first saw it?
Frank, first of all, it looks better than I thought it was going to. You know, I think that's a lot of people's reaction.
Definitely.
Second of all, I think Ryan Reynolds doesn't bother me as much as Pikachu as I thought it was going to.
Yeah, just because he's funny. And it's not Ash's Pikachu. That's one thing. If you can separate Pikachu from the show.
Well, yeah. You also got to think that Ash's Pikachu isn't the only Pikachu, even in
of course,
there's lots of Pikachus.
I feel like a lot of people are like, wait, why is Pikachu doing this? You know, because they call him Pikachu. You know, so like I feel like just calling him Pikachu and he doesn't have they don't call him Detective Pikachu in the trailer as far as I can remember. But like I feel like people who aren't aware that this is a 3DS game are like, "Oh, why is Ash's Pikachu talking and why is he hanging out with Tim or whatever?" But yeah, like it's the 3DS game, which is like a kids game. So this is obviously a kids movie. It's got that feel of like Transformers or something.
Yeah.
But they did it like it feels like Blade Runner, or like it looks like
like all the technology, like you see them pull out like a Pokédex type thing, but it's like a clear screen and it's like super high tech looking.
Yeah,
and the city they're in, the Rhyme City, looks really. It's kind of got this cyberpunk 2077 kind of thing going on. You know what I mean?
Definitely. You remember how the first Super Mario Bros. Movie looked?
Yeah,
it's like a modern version of that, but in a good way. Not like the shit. It took
like the aesthetic from that, like not
the movie
not
itself.
The shitty Goombas and shit.
But like I'm excited for this, honestly. Like I actually felt something especially whenever they were like, and whenever he was like, I know you used to aspire to be a trainer or whatever, and like I was just like, oh my god, dude.
I really hope that this opens the floodgates for more live action Pokemon movies. You know what I mean?
Based around the anime, like that kind of stuff.
Like with the same director, just with different scenarios and different things going on. You know, I like the idea of a Pokemon movie that's not about like a trainer getting his badges and, you know, going and facing the fucking Elite Four. Like that's cool and all, but that's the same storyline that's been done every Pokemon game ever, in like every Pokemon movie ever. You know, it's like the idea that they're doing something a little different. You know, I feel like this will work better as a movie than him
just going on an adventure
than a game, you know? I mean, I don't know. Call me crazy. But, like...
Yeah, Detective Pikachu, the game, was actually kind of whack. I played it. It was really simple. But...
I just like the idea of them adventuring, having like a semi-normal adventure through the Pokemon universe. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing things that aren't, you know... Like, kind of seeing the extended Pokemon universe. Because all you see in the games and the shows is, like, Train Battle, Pokemon Center... You know, Pokemart, Gym, you know what I mean? You don't see the rest of the world, the Pokemon helping in the house. I mean, you see it briefly every now and then.
Yeah, doing
you know?
jobs, like, that's the other thing.
I want to see, like, the extended world of Pokemon, you know? And I think this is going to be a really nice little dip into that, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
In a fresh way, too, you know?
And the idea that he's looking for his dad. Like, honestly, it spoke to me on a child level. Like, I got that feeling of whenever I first played Pokemon, which is very hard to replicate, and I think that they did it right. I mean, I know what I'm getting into with this. I know it's going to be fun, and it's going to be, at the same time, it looks like there will be moments where it gets a little serious, and that's what I want. You know, like
totally.
that good mix.
You can tell that they're not gonna like skimp for the people for the fans out there, you know, like the old fans and the new fans. They got a little something for everybody, I think, in there.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be good
for sure. Anyways. So Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will spend roughly a year after its launch, adding more characters, stages, and music tracks via downloadable content. Don't waste time starting that letter campaign for Dixie Kong, though. Director Masahiro Sakurai says the roster is already locked. Quote, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's DLC lineup is now complete, Sakurai said in a tweet. This time, the selection was made entirely by Nintendo. I decide if we can create a fighter based on their selection, then come up with the plan. The phrasing does note that the selections were already made this time, leaving the door open for another series of DLC content to follow that could include fan requests. The community has been vocal about some of their favorite characters, including Waluigi, Banjo-Kazooie, and others. Of course, he could have simply been contrasting this time with last time, meaning the last Smash Bros. Game. So, yeah, we might not get Waluigi. So,
hey, you never know.
Yeah, unless Nintendo put it forth.
I think what's going to happen is if Waluigi is an assist trophy, we will not get Waluigi.
Oh, of course, yeah. If there's an
mean?
Assist, he's in the game.
Like,
and he's not going to be a player.
And he has been an assist trophy in the past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So...
But they switched him out this time. Like, the way... I thought they switched all the trophies.
I'm just saying, we'll have to see if he's still in there as an assist trophy, because I can guarantee you if he is...
Yeah, then he's not a character.
Then he's not going to be a playable character.
But yeah, also I feel like Sakurai said that as in like, just so you guys know, there's no change in what we've already got. I feel like he was putting the blame on Nintendo and not himself, because he was like, Nintendo chose the characters and I just said whether they would work or not, and that's who we went with. You know, so...
I'm sure they'll be tight. I mean, whatever it is.
Oh, I think it'll be tight. I just think a lot of people want Waluigi for some reason, which I don't understand. But
yeah, like, why? Why do you want Waluigi so much?
Why? No, anyways, go ahead. What you got?
Another movie announcement, not really game related, but Toy Story 4 got announced.
Yeah, I saw that.
Kind of overshadowed by Pokemon.
I don't think it was overshadowed. I think everyone saw both, and then Facebook went down like right at the same time. So like, it was fucking weird.
Well, either way, if
I
you're
was trying to post the fucking Pokemon trailer like for an hour, but Facebook was just down and not working. Like for anybody.
That's horrible.
I know. I was like, God dang it! The one time there's actually something dope to post.
Right.
Anyways, but yeah, the Toy Story. I like the. Did you see the teaser for today?
Yeah. Or no, not for today. I saw the one with the fork.
Yeah, there was that one, and then they put out another one today where it's like these two toys at like a carnival, like that you win at a carnival or whatever, and they're like talking about Buzz Lightyear and Woody, and he's like, yeah, man. He said something like to infinity and whatever, and they're joking around about like what he says, and then Buzz and Woody walk up, and they're like, no, it's to infinity and beyond. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just more like, charming Toy Story shit. You know?
I'm all about Toy Story, man.
You get to hear Tom Hanks talk in this one, so it's like, just hearing Tom Hanks as Woody, just like, yeah.
You get you excited. Yeah, I feel that.
I love Toy Story, man. Hope there's no way they could mess it up. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, they wouldn't mess it up, I don't think.
No, they'd be fucking crazy.
They've had 3 like almost perfect movies, you know what I mean? All of the Toy Story movies are excellent. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
one
like
of the few movies that like doesn't have a dud, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like even if you have like a trace of like a possibility that one little thing could fuck it up, just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's their mentality.
Right.
Like, nah, we just ain't.
It's got to be like the ultimate story. Like, they were probably like done with Toy Story altogether, and some guy came in and he's like, boss, I got it. He's
like, what is it, Jim?
By God, I think this just might work.
Pull out the fork.
He pulls out like a chest and like cuts a lock off with a bolt cutter. And he's like, I swore to myself I'd never do this. Blow some dust off a Toy Story 4 script.
Oh my God. That sounds magical. Microsoft has a ton of new content coming to its biggest Xbox One and PC games of 2018.
Oh, this is exciting stuff.
And that includes State of Decay 2. During its XO18 event in Mexico City, the company gave fans their first look at Undead Labs' next update for the zombie survival game, Zed Hunter. Zed Hunter arrives as a free update for State of Decay 2 on November 16th. It introduces a handful of new weapons to the game, among them the crossbow. In addition to the crossbow, the Zed Hunter update introduces 3 new, quote, quiet melee weapons, as well as 6 new consumables, some of which are based on zombie plague experiments. These will give you abilities in exchange for blood plague accumulation, such as the power to see in the dark. You can watch the reveal trailer for okay, never mind. That's on their website. That isn't all the new content on the horizon for State of Decay 2. Is it Fogue? Yeah, Fogue teased that another free update is coming in early 2019. This one will let players experience new challenges and new ways of surviving with their communities. He also teased that players will be able to return to Troomball Valley in 2019, although he wasn't able to share any more details beyond this.
Pretty cool.
Pretty
cool. The crossbow is something that is like, will be nice. A very welcome thing to have in there. Because when you shoot a gun in that damn game,
it's so loud.
It's so loud. Everybody. Comes. It's so scary.
It is. I've been wanting to get back into that for just to play a little bit.
The game like gets my fucking like stress levels too high, man. I like enjoy it a lot. It's actually a great it's well put together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
dude,
definitely.
It stresses me out, bro.
Well, I haven't played co-op. We need to play co-op on it.
Maybe that's what we need to do. I feel like I'll do better if I'm like following your command. You know what I mean?
Wait,
like,
why do I got a command? I feel like I want to follow your command.
Well, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know, that's the problem. I got all these people like dying of like fucking leukemia and shit in my fucking house, and like I'm like
state of leukemia.
I don't have any food. I'm out of gas in my car. Fucking.
I feel that.
I understand.
Scary.
It's scary stuff, man. A lot of responsibility in that game, you know.
Look, I'll show you how it's done.
I'm down though.
I will show you. Also on Microsoft. Yeah, I didn't get to finish what I had down about the Microsoft stuff.
Keep going.
They have big plans for Xbox Game Pass over the coming months. As its XO18 conference, or at the conference, the company announced 16 more games coming by the end of the year, and the lineup includes some big names and critical darlings. Thief of Thieves is now available on Xbox One and through Game Pass. As of November 12th, Game Pass subscribers can grab PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds for free through the program.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And then on November 22nd, the service will add Agents of Mayhem, MXGP3, and Thomas Was Alone. Hellblade Sinuous Sacrifice will join on December 17th.
Fuck yeah.
You can get Kingdom, Two Crowns in mid-December. On December 20th, you can play Ori and the Blind Forest. The strategy game Mutant Year Zero is also coming in December. Next January, we'll bring Aftercharge, and Supermarket Shriek will join sometime in 2019. Then upon launch next year, Game Pass will add the sequel, Ori and the Will of Wisps. The company also announced Pathologic 2, The Good Life, and Secret Neighbor for the Game Pass service. So that's
cool.
all the games. And then last part is they finally announced the release date for Crackdown 3, which is going to be February 15th, 2019. And it'll be on Game Pass. Actually, you can download it now on Game Pass if you want.
Yeah.
And have it ready to go.
And also, right now, Crackdown 1 is totally free.
Sure,
like,
yep.
You don't even have to have Xbox Live. You can just get it. Like, anybody can get it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it. Let's see.
Right?
Oh, man. So much news, guys. Okay.
It's a news week.
It is a very newsy week. In an unexpected announcement today, Square Enix announced the cancellation of 3 of the 4 planned Final Fantasy XV episode expansion packs, and also confirmed that game director Hajime Tabata has left the company. Tabata's last day at Square Enix was on October 31st. The canceled Final Fantasy DLC episodes include Arania, Lunafray, and Noctis. The 4th one, Arden, remains in development and is scheduled to launch in March 2019. The expansion packs were being developed by Luminous, the new Square Enix internal studio. However, oh my god, my phone is going crazy right now. I'm sorry, guys. However, that team will now focus on making a new AAA game, though it hasn't been announced yet. In an earnings report, Square Enix announced a major change to Luminous that resulted in an extraordinary loss, amounting in $33 million. Until now, it wasn't known what the loss was related to, but now it looks like it's connected to the DLC cancellation. In announcing his resignation, Tabata said, "I honestly believe the reason we were able to get this far is because of all of you loyal fans. I thank you from the bottom of my heart." As for what to do next, Tabata says he's starting his own company. "I have a project that I truly wish to solidify as my next challenge after Final Fantasy XV. For that reason, I have decided to leave my current position and start my own business in order to achieve my goal," he said. "From this day on, I will cheer on and support Square Enix and Luminous projects together with all of you fans, and I would like to thank everyone who continues to support Final Fantasy XV and those who have also supported myself personally," Tabata added. Also, during that announcement event, Square Enix announced that Final Fantasy XV's Comrades multiplayer will now be released as a standalone game, meaning you don't need the base game to play it. There will be a further 10 new bosses, as well as more costumes and weapons in the standalone game. Final Fantasy XV Multiplayer Comrades, as it's canceled, will launch on December 13th. Or as it's called, excuse me.
I was about to say.
That didn't make any sense. As it's called, will launch on December 13th. Those who already bought the Comrades expansions will get the new standalone edition for free.
So what was canceled? I'm confused.
Almost all of the coming DLC for Final Fantasy XV.
So this is the last bit of DLC they're going to put out, is what they're saying. They're going to put out
the last one they're going to put out is called Arden. You know how they put out that chapter that was like, chapter... Oh, God, what was it called?
I know what you're talking about.
You
but
know what
I'm saying,
talking about?
So like...
They were going to put out like 4 more of those.
Oh, okay. Now I remember that. And it's all canceled. I don't understand. So they lost $33 million. Why aren't they going to put the game out and try and get some money back?
I don't know. I guess they're reallocating the resources of that one team to do a different game altogether.
That's fucking crazy.
It doesn't make any sense, but unless I have no idea why they would do that.
That's just insane.
Plus,
I don't understand.
they're probably going to have to reimburse these people somehow. Like lots of people bought the season pass, I'm sure, that are going to have to get paid back. You can't just take their money.
Well, I'm sure that's where the $33 million is coming from. That, and then it's like also like, why is this guy leaving? Why is Tabata leaving? Do they not want him to work on their other stuff? Like, I get that he's saying he's going to work on his own thing, but
there must be some kind of creative differences within the company that they're not talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nobody just leaves like that mid-project. You know what I mean? It doesn't.
And then it gets canceled, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm going to support Square." You know, like this sounds like that whole Kojima thing with Konami. Like, you know, it seems. I feel like these Japanese companies they're very like. They're like, okay, business first. We're going to do this, you know, say this to the public, but they're hiding something and it's obvious. It's like, just fucking say what happened. Like, I don't understand why unless somebody's in the wrong. Like,
no, I definitely feel you on that.
But yeah, so those who have finished the first chapter of Spider-Man's The City That Never Sleeps story, called The Heist, know it ended with a cliffhanger. Sony and Insomniac have now teased the second part of that continuing story with Turf Wars, coming on November 20th. It packs the next chapter of the story and 3 more DLC Spidey suits.
I'm just going to wait until they all come out and then buy the season pass, I think.
As a pack.
Yeah, because I think they're only like 2 hours long, so I'll probably be disappointed if I don't have multiple to play in a row.
So what you got? What you got over there?
Let's see. Some new content is on the way to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 very soon. As Treyarch teased in the patch notes for the game's latest update, the developer is bringing back the fan-favorite Nuketown map.
My fave.
It's arriving for free this week for some players. First introduced in the original Call of Duty Black Ops, Nuketown has gone on to become one of the most iconic multiplayer maps in the series. It has been remade in every subsequent Black Ops game, each time supporting a different look, while retaining the same general layout. In Black Ops 4, Nuketown takes the form of a small Russian city in the dead of winter. Thanks to Activision's timed exclusivity agreement with Sony, Nuketown will first arrive on PS4 beginning tomorrow, November 13th.
Yesterday, when you guys are listening
yesterday,
to this.
when you guys are hearing this. With an Xbox One and PC release set to follow later. Treyarch hasn't announced exactly when the map will come to those two platforms, but this time its PS4 exclusivity period is only 7 days rather than the 30 as it was in previous Call of Duty games. So Xbox One and PC players will presumably get their chance to revisit Nuketown sometime next week. Treyarch has a lot more free content planned for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Next month, the developer will introduce the first of several new specialist characters into the game. Treyarch also plans to hold more seasonal, weekly, and other limited-time events in the game. And the Battle Royale-inspired Blackout mode is also slated to receive its own set of regular map updates, expansions, and new modes.
Cool.
So there you go.
So, this next bit of news, I actually went to Xbox, the website, the Xbox website, or Microsoft's website, basically, and took this off of there. So, if it sounds like I'm speaking in first person, I am. As part of our commitment to bringing a steady stream of new exclusive games to our fans, I'm excited to announce Microsoft's intent to acquire 2 new game development studios, Obsidian Entertainment and inXile Entertainment. Obsidian Entertainment was founded in 2003 in Irvine, California by industry veterans from Black Isle Studios led by Fergus Urquhart. The studio quickly made a name for itself with the Xbox exclusive Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Over the last 15 years, they have delivered genre-defining RPGs to players on both console and PC through titles including Fallout New Vegas, South Park The Stick of Truth, and Pillars of Eternity. inXile Entertainment is a team of industry veterans and decades of PC and RPG expertise, or with that. Led by Interplay founder Brian Fargo, inXile's 2 development teams in Newport Beach, California and New Orleans excel at creating vast worlds for players to explore with titles such as Wasteland 2, Torment Tides of Numenera, Numenera, and then Bard's Tale 4, and the upcoming Wasteland 3. So this is cool because they're going to like their dedicated like new exclusive teams. Like
Obsidian's a good team to have on your side.
Oh my god, dude! Like, and if they can get a Star Wars license to go with that,
any license. That's the thing about Obsidian. They're
true.
like the
South
golden
Park.
boys of fucking licensed shit. Like you give them something that's already got a theme, and they'll take it and make it spectacular.
Make it smash.
So what they need is some kind of sweet license thing. Like they should make the next like Xbox's SpiderMan type game. You know what I mean? Like they need something
agree.
like that. That'd be tight.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing, man. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to think Xbox is going to take next gen.
Next gen is going to be a whole nother game. I mean, I think PlayStation's still going to put up a healthy fight, but it's going to be a lot more of a fucking
battle.
This
is it's like this generation. PS4, like, there's no doubt about it. PS4 fucking killed everything until Switch came around, and I feel like they both have their own uniques, but it's still PS4.
Switch is doing well in its own right, I feel like.
Now, but whenever it comes to the two heavy hitters, Xbox and PS4, obviously Xbox is like, it's got one foot in the fucking grave right now. So,
dude, if Microsoft can just have one of these studios putting out a game like every other month or something,
oh, dude,
it'll be over. You know what I mean? Like fucking, like that's all they need is those exclusives, and and if they have it on like a streaming platform, like they're planning on doing, where you can just boot up your Xbox and
just fucking
instantly play all the new exclusive shit. I mean, Xbox is going to take over. If Game Pass starts functioning the way they want it to, because we did that article a while back where they were talking about how they're going to implement streaming into Game Pass pretty soon.
And every first-party title will go to it, so like every exclusive to Xbox will be there day one.
I even saw this thing where there's like an app you can get on your phone now where you can like browse the Game Pass library and like start downloading shit on your Xbox at home, like from like work or something, and it'll just be ready for you when you get home. Which is kind of cool.
Definitely. It's fucking crazy. Imagine next gen we're gonna have like the new Fable game, like whatever they're gonna do with Halo
Lionhead
universe
Studios over there.
Oh yeah, and then whatever Obsidian ends up doing, whatever In Exile ends up doing, Senua's Sacrifice.
Isn't Respawn an Xbox thing now? No, they're everybody. Huh?
But who made Senua's?
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory. We got Ninja Theory now, and when I say we, I mean me, because I'm all about Xbox. But
hey, I'm still all about Xbox. I played Red Dead on my Xbox.
There you go. I mean,
although I kind of regret it. I think it would have looked a little better on my PlayStation. But
yeah, why you say that?
I don't know.
Because you ain't with Xbox.
No, I'm with the Xbox.
Because you ain't with the team, dude. No,
I'm waiting for it to come out online though, because when Red Dead Online comes out, I'll have a lot more friends on my Xbox to play with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm stoked. I love Game Pass, dude. Like it's been keeping me good.
It's really good, and it's starting to compete with PlayStation now.
It is,
which I've historically been saying for the past few years, has been blowing Game Pass out of the water, but I don't know. They've been slacking lately. They haven't been adding as much new shit to PlayStation Now. Granted, there's like 650, almost 700 games on there.
But they're not first party shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like day one first party games.
There's a lot of first party shit.
There is, but it's older shit. I'm talking about like with the guarantee.
Play like Shadow of the Colossus. You could play fucking The Last of Us, God of War 3.
True. Last of Us is old as shit though. But what I'm saying is, and so is God of War 3. But what I'm saying is, like, with the guarantee that every first-party game going forward will be there day one.
Yeah, now that's cool.
The fact that Crackdown 3, I can download it right now. Even though I don't give a fuck about Crackdown 3, I'm going to fucking play it because I can play it on my Game Pass.
That's why I keep Game Pass around. I mean, I'm subscribed to Game Pass, and I use it regularly, if nothing else, just to play Hitman all the time, because I like Hitman a lot.
Yeah, that too. Hitman, like, it's got Hitman. It's the future, dude. I'm telling you.
It is the future, and I think a lot of people, I don't realize that yet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Don't sleep on Xbox. Don't sleep on Xbox, because guess what? Xbox ain't never slept on you, okay? You know what I'm saying? Xbox has always been there.
It's true. It's true. Is it your turn?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, no. I think it's you.
Okay, this one's kind of a small one, but guys, if you're going to go Black Friday shopping, eBay is doing a deal. It's called Better Than Black Friday. They're taking a lot of the deals that big places like Best Buy and Walmart are doing and undercutting their prices by several dollars. So maybe check out, eBay and just see if some of the stuff that you're about to go out and fight people for the next few hours over is
you can
not
just buy it
right
now.
there, you know? Yeah.
And that's another thing about the future. I feel like the future of Black Friday is the internet. You know, I feel like
Cyber Monday, bro.
And I mean, that's the thing. It's like all weekend you got deals instead of going out to places and trying to stab people for a PlayStation.
Yeah.
You know, like fuck that. Like I don't want to die over a fucking video game console. Let me just buy it online.
It's true.
It comes to your house in 2 days if you got Amazon Prime. You know what I'm saying?
Amazon Prime is the future too. Did you see that Amazon is like delivering groceries and shit now? Like,
oh, they've been doing that shit over in California and stuff.
Fucking crazy, dude.
They have 1 hour shipping in California.
Are you serious?
Yes. They literally fly drones to your house. Like,
that's dope.
Yeah, dude. We're living in the past right now.
Did you see in Las Vegas where you can order the pizza and the autonomous self-driving car comes to you? That's fucking dope. We're seriously living in the future.
We're almost in Blade Runner.
We're getting there, dude. Self-driving cars are going to be a thing really soon, like a prevalent thing really soon.
Oh yeah, dude. Like this. I mean, it sucks for the people over in California, and like the house fires happening and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
From that, I learned something about the Teslas. I had no idea. They have this thing. It's called like bioweapon filter. Where
what?
Yeah, so like if you have a Tesla, you can turn on this filter while you're driving through like the smoke and stuff, and it will filter out everything from the air around you, and so you'll be breathing clean air inside your Tesla.
Wow, cool. I want a Tesla.
Crazy, dude.
That's dope, dude. That alone makes it, I feel like, worth it to have a Tesla, because you spend so much time in your car. Just if you're breathing clean air for that amount of time every day, I feel like it would help you have some kind of health benefit. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I don't think you turn on the filter all the time. It's for like situations like that where like, oh shit! I wonder how strong it like how that works, because like they
wonder
say,
if you got like nuked or something. You just
Dude,
turn
just
on your
fucking
Tesla.
turn on your Tesla.
Everybody get in my Tesla.
Yeah, dude.
Oh jeez,
it's fucking cool. Anyways, so I saw this right before it was a recent thing, but so they posted the 6 nominees for Game of the Year at the Game Awards
Really?
show. Yeah, these are the nominees.
Let me have them, yeah.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Okay, that's fair. I think it deserves a spot on there, because a lot of people are saying it's really fucking good. I haven't gotten a chance to play it, but apparently it's like one of the better games. I mean,
I've heard people say it's better than Red Dead.
I've heard people say that too, actually.
So, I mean, I guess it puts up a
it
fight.
It definitely needs to be up there, if it's that big of a contender,
Celeste.
Celeste?
Yeah, which is like a 2D side-scroller.
Oh, I know what it is. No, I'm just kidding.
Have you played it?
No, I haven't played it.
Apparently, it's really good. Everyone, like...
Just doesn't look like Game of the Year material to me compared to...
It has something to do with depression, so I think that's why people...
Of course.
Yeah, they're like...
Because everybody's depressed.
It's like, oh, dude, I got depression too.
Hellblade had some kind of analogy to like mental health issues too. I think there was some kind of underlying theme throughout the game. I never played Hellblade. I'm actually going to wait for Game Pass to put it on there, because why
dude,
not?
That's what I'm saying. I'm super stoked for that. Like, you don't even know.
I'm actually really stoked about that too. I was actually going to wait to play Hellblade in VR, because they did a VR version of it for HTC, but there's no way I'm going to get my hands on an HTC for long enough to sit through the entire game of Hellblade. But I think that would be really cool to play in VR.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we got God of War, Marvel's SpiderMan.
God of War definitely deserves a spot on that list. It's a fucking technical marvel. It's glorious.
That's what a lot of people say.
Spider-Man doesn't deserve to win. Not compared to God of War or Assassin's Creed. It's a great game. It's a fun little romp, but it's not it's not a masterpiece like God of War.
A lot of people are saying Spider-Man's their game of the year. So
a lot of people are fucking dumbasses. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, guys. If you think Spider-Man's the game of the year, I mean, don't get me wrong. Spider-Man's alright. You know what I mean? It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with Spider-Man, but it's not like 10 out of 10. Like, we had a couple of 10 out of 10s this year.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? And like Spider-Man's like a 8.5, 9 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you also got Monster Hunter World.
Don't get me wrong. That's another one that's a really good game.
I feel like 3 of these were kind of like just fucking, what's the word for it? Like a sit-in.
Yeah.
You got Monster Hunter, Marvel's, Spider-Man, and Celeste. I feel like those 3 don't really compete with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, and Red Dead Redemption 2.
I was about to say Red Dead better be on that list.
Yeah. So
I think personally that Red Dead's gonna win it. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. I don't know. I don't know what to think because even a lot of the critics are back and forth about it. So typically,
I haven't played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I think I should just to give it a fair judgment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That being said, between God of War and Red Dead, it's a hard choice because they're both great. I think that God of War is one of the most mind-numbingly beautiful games I've ever seen. Like everything about it is just gloriously beautiful. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it's prettier than Red Dead. You know what I mean? But then again, I played a Red Dead on a normal Xbox at the lowest settings it could possibly be played pretty much. You know what I mean? So who's to say if I played Red Dead on an Xbox One X, if it would change my mind? That being said, also I played God of War on a normal PS4 and didn't use the Pro patch for it. Which
I don't think graphical fidelity is really going to change your game that much, you know.
Well, I'm just looking at because these are both masterpieces. You got to nitpick, you know what I mean? It gets down to the point where you have to look at things like this because they're both like almost perfect games. Like the story in both of them is fantastic. I think God of War might have had again a little bit of an edge on the story. I think the gameplay is a little more varied in Red Dead and more interesting than God of War. I think the whole life simulation type thing is cool in Red Dead. I really think that they're both really, really good in their own right and are about tied in my opinion.
Yeah.
Although I will say this, I'll be playing Red Dead for longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's an open world
with online coming and stuff. I think that there's more to be excited about with Red Dead, but
which, by the way, they confirmed this. I think it's the beta for it or something is coming this month at some point at the end of this month for Red Dead Online.
But I also will say that God of War is one of the best games I've ever played. Red Dead 2 and God of War are 2 of the best games I've ever played. So
damn.
Yeah, they're both going to be on my top 10 of all time list. You know what I mean? So I think we should revisit that. For those of you that don't know, we've been doing this for a while now. And one of our first episodes ever was like top 10 games of all time. And I've had so many great gaming experiences since we started this podcast that I feel like maybe next year we could revisit that and we'll have so much more to talk about because I have a whole different list at this point in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I would probably add some changes to that as well. I say we wait till the beginning of next year.
Yeah, I say we let a few more great games come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then we just go back to the drawing
Fallout
board.
76 on that list? Did it come out too late in the year, or is it just not even worthy of the consideration? Does Celeste that much better that it doesn't deserve to be considered for this?
Fallout 76 isn't even out until tomorrow, so the day this goes up. And then, so I think it is too late in the year. I think they're basing it on the fiscal year, is how it works.
Yeah.
Which I'm not positive if I'm making that up or not. But
no, I think you're right because I think Resident Evil actually came out at the very, very end of one of the preceding years.
2017.
And it won some awards in the next game show afterwards. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I think you might be right about that. But
so we might see stuff for that next year. Also, I don't know if we will. So that's the thing. It's we don't know how good it is or not.
Yeah, we're gonna find out really, really soon though. We all are probably playing this and
while you're listening.
Yeah, I was about to say
What do you got? What do you got over there? Take us to the next level.
Ooh, I got a lot of next level. Let's see. Mounted turret coming to Fortnite. Not that important, but it's there. It's coming.
Brah.
Let's see. Okay, this one's kind of interesting, and only because I watched the gameplay for it, and I'm like, okay, this looks kind of cool. I think I should tell people about it on the show. So, at the recent X18 event, Microsoft revealed a new IP from key developers behind System Shock and BioShock.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
What is it?
The striking Void Bastards puts you in the role of one of many prisoners aboard the Void Ark, which finds itself adrift in a hostile interstellar zone known as the Sargassio Nebula. Referred to as a strategy shooter, Void Bastard blends traditional shooter gameplay with roguelike mechanics, where the death of one character will be the start of another's journey. Published by the Humble Bundle and set up for release on PC and Xbox One, Void Bastards focuses on the exploration of Sargassio Nebula and and surviving the dangers therein. After choosing your character, you'll chart out your course in the hostile nebula, exploring many derelict space stations and alien worlds. Over the course of your character's journey, you'll acquire new weapons and abilities, which will help you survive many threats you'll encounter in space. With a strong roguelike influence, Void Bastard also places focus on having players decide where they should go next. While one location in the nebula might have minimal risk and high rewards, one remote space station could lead to certain doom for your character, costing you precious resources and the life of your chosen character. It was also revealed that Void Bastards would be available on Xbox One Game Pass at launch.
Dude, yes.
And it looks tight. It's like a
Game Pass, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's
I'm
the
excited
future.
for this. I'm excited.
The gameplay for this looks sweet, bro. It's like a cartoony aesthetic. Like, it's really polished and pretty, but everything is like cartoony and everything moves like it's in a cartoon. Like, all the enemies are like coming at you in like frames, like they're like jerky. I don't know. It looks really weird.
Does it look like a mobile game or does it look like a legit game?
It looks legit, but it also looks mobile. I don't know. It's weird. It's like it alternates. It goes from looking like it kind of has this art style like 13. You remember that game 13?
Cell shaded.
It's got that cell shady look to it, but you can also tell it's got that polish of like Borderlands or something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It looks really dope, man. I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be.
I like the idea of like, I like that roguelike aspect of it. Even though I don't care for roguelikes, like in this situation, I like it because it reminds me of State of Decay, but more focused on like, moving forward into levels rather than just being in an open world and surviving.
From what I can tell, and the gameplay looks like you're like looking at this map, and it almost looks like a Flash game on the computer. Like you're looking at this map and you're plotting your space course or your chart or whatever, and you like. Say you want to explore this abandoned ship, you like click on it over there and you go to it, and then like it puts you in like a first-person shooter type mode, and you like are exploring the ship. You know what I mean?
So cool.
It looks really neat. I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting at least.
Definitely.
Let's see what else we got. The Sims 4 is adding a first-person camera. Developer EA Maxis has announced.
Is that for VR, probably?
No. It's just for weirdos that want to watch Sims have sex.
It doesn't even show anything. It'll just blur it out.
Hey, maybe in the first-person mode it won't, though. You never know, bro. It says that it makes things like having a baby more interesting and shit like that.
Can you look down at your gaping womb?
I don't know. It's one of those things you gotta ask the directors.
If not, I don't want it.
Let's see. Warframe is adding a new open world area and a hoverboard in the Fortuna update, which is coming soon. Warframe's a free-to-play game. It's pretty dope if you're broke and you want something different to do. So check that out.
Yeah.
And one more for you. Nintendo is rolling out 3 more NES games for Nintendo Switch Online on Wednesday, November 14th. This Monday's additions include Konami's top-down shoot-'em-up Twinbee, the platformer Mighty Bomb Jack, and Nintendo's classic sci-fi adventure Metroid. So there you go.
So, yeah, if you want the subpar Super Metroid, then, yeah, you got Metroid. Why are we still on NES games? I'm already done with this. I want Switch Online to have SNES games. Give me Super.
I want some N64 games.
Give me anything but NES games.
I want that PS1 classic that everybody's saying is lackluster and they're not feeling it. I want it. I don't even give a shit what everybody else is saying.
Give it to us if you don't want it.
Yeah, if you don't want it, give it to us.
Yeah, give us your classic. Anyways, that's it for the news. We're going to jump on over to this week's releases where you can find out what new games are coming in the next 7 days.
Oh, boy.
Starting with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee coming November 16th, the day I leave for Colorado. God damn it.
I know. That's how I feel. I'm leaving like tomorrow and fucking Fallout 76 is coming out.
It's how it works, man.
But when I get back, it's going down.
About to 76 all over that game.
76 everywhere on that thing.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, anyways, Pokemon Let's Go is going to be $59.99, each of those, respectively. And then Fallout 76 is coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on November 14th for $59.99. Wreckfest is coming to Xbox One and PS4 on November 20th for $59.99. From the creators of Flatout comes Wreckfest, a smash-em-up destruction derby, driving, and wild road racing game. Expect epic crashes and tight neck-to-neck fights over the finish line on rundown racing tracks.
What a stupid name for that game. Wreckfest? They couldn't have thought of something better.
I mean, Flat Out wasn't much better. Those Flat Out games were fun, though.
Burnout is better. Flat Out is better. Flat Out's a lot better than Wreckfest. Do what?
Burnout's better. Flat Out doesn't make any sense.
It sounds better than Wreckfest.
It sounds like breakfast.
Exactly. That sucks. That's terrible.
Yeah, you're right.
It's too blunt.
It should just be Reeker.
You might as well just call it car drive fest.
Car demolitions.
Crash fest. Crash course. That would have even been a better name.
I like that. Crash course. But I'm sure that was taken.
You think?
Maybe they
does it really matter if it's taken? Like lots of games have like names that other games have had.
For trademark reasons, like maybe a crash course sounds like something that.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
But maybe what you were saying. No, wreck course.
Anything's better than whatever it was
Enter
called.
the wreck.
Enter the wreck. There you go. I like that.
We got Beat Saber coming to PSVR on November 20th.
No.
Yep.
Yay.
Couldn't find a price, but you get to beat your saber in
like
VR.
$30 or $40.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be tight, dude. This is like the game everybody's waiting for. All the PC VR gamers are like, this is my favorite game, and blah blah blah. And like, it's okay. Let me tell you guys what it is, in case you're wondering. It's fucking Guitar Hero, but instead of playing a guitar, you're holding lightsabers and chopping up blocks to the beat of like music, and like.
It looks fun.
It's tight. Apparently, like online, they have like custom songs that people make. So there's like thousands of different songs you can pick from. But I think they're gonna have like a bunch of PlayStation exclusive songs.
Nice.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a harmonics game. Then we got Warframe coming to Switch on November 20th for free. So Warframe is finally coming to the handheld.
Hey.
Then we got Mighty Bomb Jack. Oh, wait, we already knew that. And Twin B. And then we got Underworld Ascendant coming to Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and PC on November 15th for $14.99. Underworld Ascendant marks the return of the groundbreaking RPG franchise, Underworld franchise. Plunder ancient temples, navigate subterranean rivers, gaze in wonder at the masterwork of jade dwarven halls, scale plunging ice caverns, trek through enchanted forests to giant mushrooms, dare shadowy tombs of the undead, and much more. Face monstrous creatures like the Ripper, a vicious ambulatory plant whose bark is prized by the Stygian abyss intelligent races. Stay clear of mass migrations of ravenous rotworms. Dodge the giant spider's sticky webs it casts through the air. This is a world alive with bustling underground societies, enclaves of human renegades scavenging for survival, villages of the mysterious shambler mushroom people performing arcane rituals, dwarven factories producing the finest arms and armor, blah, 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 blah. Fucking just experience the goddamn game. Anyway, so we got Storm Boy, the game, coming to Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Mac, PC, and mobile on November 20th for $5.99. Based on beloved Colin Thiel's 1966 Australian novella, Storm Boy follows the adventures of the eponymous. How do you say this? Eponymous? Eponymous?
Where is it? Point at it.
I
don't know.
Eponymous.
Eponymous.
I'm going to just say eponymous protagonist and his pelican companion. On the beaches of South Australia near the mouth of the Murray River, Storm Boy rescues orphaned pelican chicks, one of whom later becomes the child's pet and faithful companion, Mr. Percival. Cool. Flashback 25th anniversary is coming to Xbox One, PS4, and Switch on November 20th for $19.99.
What date?
2142. After fleeing from a spaceship but stripped of all memory, the eminent scientist Conrad B. Hart awakens on Titan, a colonized moon of the planet Saturn. His enemies and kidnappers are snapping at his heels. He must find a way back to Earth. Defending himself against the dangers, he encounters an unraveling and insidious extraterrestrial plot that threatens the planet. On its 25th anniversary, rediscover the classic action-adventure game Flashback. It was one of the first games to use motion capture technology for more realistic animations, with backgrounds that were entirely hand-drawn and a gripping science fiction storyline. In addition to the original 1993 game, this version includes a modern mode with post-FX graphic filters, completely remastered sound and music, a brand new rewind function, variable according to the level of difficulty, and tutorial features for those who need a boost. Yeah, sounds kind of cool. And then we got Battlefield 5 coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on November 20th for $59.99. I feel like this was kind of like a silent release. I feel like...
Yeah, they just kind of like gave up. They were
really,
like,
they did.
Fuck it, dude. We can't compete with Red Dead and Call of Duty. Let's just put it out.
It's like, wow.
Like the fans will buy it, I guess.
For real though, it's like, what the fuck?
It's like, guys, try a little harder. Like,
they were like,
on, DICE. Like,
they were like, we're not gonna do a battle royale mode. Then they're like, we're working on a battle royale mode, and then like, fuck it, we're not doing a battle royale mode.
Wait, they're not doing the battle royale mode anymore?
I don't think it's gonna be there whenever you first get it. That's
really
the thing. I don't know. I'm not sure
because they made a big deal about that. You know, that was going to be like their competition with Black Ops, you know?
You should Google that real quick. I don't know if it's still coming.
Sure, I'll look it up.
So, enter mankind's greatest conflict with Battlefield 5 as the series goes back to its roots with a never-before-seen portrayal of World War II. Taking inspiration from the lost pages of history, you'll find yourself immersed in iconic World War II action, from paratrooper assaults to tank warfare, in battles that were pivotal, though sometimes forgotten, in the early days of the war. Lead your squad to victory with new ways to turn the battlefield to your advantage. Assemble your company of customized soldiers, weapons, and vehicles. Then take them on an epic journey through the tides of war. Your journey through the world of Battlefield 5 starts with your company, where every soldier is unique. They just said that. Okay. Yeah, what's it? You see anything?
Keep going.
I'm going to keep reading it, even though it's like repeating itself. But, yeah, so... Create and customize soldiers, weapons, and vehicles covering the way they look all the way to how they play. From the signature multiplayer modes to the cooperative combined arms, your company always stands with you, ready to fight, evolving over time together with you on your journey.
Okay, got it here. Firestorm, which is the Battle Royale mode, is going to be coming in spring 2019.
Yeah, so it's not even coming with the game. I think that's why we're getting such a silent release, is because I bet you that they make it a big deal when that drops. Mm-hmm. I bet you they start marketing around that time.
Yeah. The good news is, apparently, for Black Ops 5, they're not doing any paid DLC, and all of the DLC will be free in updates. So
nice.
So you can expect to not have to pay for that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I know they have a bundle right now going on where, like, if you buy an Xbox One X, you get Battlefield 5. Like, you get the download
That's
for it.
pretty cool.
So I'm sure they're doing a little bit of work out there.
Yeah.
But Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus is coming to PC on November 15th for $29.99. In Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus, take control of one of the most technologically advanced armies in the Imperium, the Adeptus Mechanicus, as Magos Dominus Faustinius.
Just throw an Otis at the end of everything.
Yeah, Magos Dominus Faustinius. You'll lead the
Warhammer is 40,000.
On the newly rediscovered Planetus of Silvus Tenebris. Manages resources, discoveries, long forgottenness techis. So, and then we got Trailblazers, Switch, November 15th for $26.99. Trailblazers is a fresh new cooperative racing title with an innovative on-track game mechanic. Paint the track, boost on your color, and work as a team to win. Racing in teams of up to 3 versus 3. Players paint the track as they race, capturing key areas to dynamically change the racing line, then boosting on their team's color. Racers who drive with flair and style will also amass skill points to blaze their way to victory. In this co-op arcade-style racer, players can experience the blistering high-speed action with up to 6 players online or locally via split screen for up to 4-player local.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't like whenever people say blistering high speed because it just doesn't sound appealing.
Yeah, I don't want to get blisters.
Yeah, I don't want my skin to peel back
That
from the
sounds
speed.
horrible.
I feel like there's other ways to say you're going fast, besides blistering.
Yeah, blistering.
Yeah, it's
So
just gross.
it's like a nasty word. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
I'm just imagining like
sores.
blisters forming really fast, like the video from The Ring, but like
No, and then we got YouTuber's Life OMG edition coming to Switch on November 14th. Couldn't find a price for this, but YouTuber's Life is the ultimate life simulation tycoon video game in which you can become the world's greatest content creator in history by editing videos,
or you can
expanding
just
the number of fans, and turning yourself into a wealthy fellow. Create your character and start making your first broadcast in the cozy room at your parents', where you have grown up since you were little. Keep an eye on daily tasks and socialize yourself to increase your popularity while you have to deal with fans, friends, family, and time management. I feel like we're living the YouTuber's life, dude.
Dealing with time management and friends and family.
Yeah, but minus the fans part. Like everything else is like us, though.
Yeah, I like that.
We're
doing it.
Yeah, dude.
We don't need this game.
Yeah, fuck that game. That game is there to stall you. No, and then we got The Settlers History Collection coming to PC on November 15th. I almost swallowed my tongue. Couldn't find the price for that. Celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Strategic History Simulation series, The Settlers History Collection brings all 7 previous The Settlers games. Each game will be complete with all expansions and game improvements, as well as optimizations for modern PCs. Ayo. So that is it for this week's releases, guys.
Woo! Got some games coming out.
Yeah, some of them. And then, so we're going to jump on over to currently playing. Bro, what you been playing, man?
Man, I've been playing some shit, man. First of all, I've been playing Red Dead 2. I've basically beaten it as far as I can tell. I mean, I can't find anything else to do other than like hunt animals and stuff. The thing says I've 83% completed the game. And I think that's like, if I were to kill all the legendary animals and stuff, I'd be at like 90 something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
speaking of hunting animals, I forgot to mention this earlier. So my boss gave me a bunch of venison because he went hunting in Colorado.
Oh man,
dude, he just had this giant fucking cooler with 200 pounds of meat in it.
Nice.
And he was just here, dude, here's some cutlets and some sausage and all
nice.
this shit. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I'm hungry now.
Dude,
but...
yeah, I can show you some great recipes.
Dude, please. That's how I was bringing it up in the first place, because I don't even know what to do with that shit.
No, I know. I can totally show you. I know some good stuff you can do with that.
Dude, you totally cook it up. We can eat that shit, dude.
Oh, my God.
We can have some venison.
I'm so down. That sounds delicious.
Game Speak cookout, dude.
So, I finished Red Dead, and then there's just this big horse-sized hole in my heart, you know what I mean? Where I just want that feeling, I want to be sucked into a game like that. So I tried to play some other games, a couple other games, and I just wasn't feeling it. It's Red Dead kind of ruined games for me.
Yeah, so that's kind of funny, actually. I was thinking that, what is Red Dead gonna do to all the games that came before it?
Dude, it sucks. First of all, my first thought was okay, Red Dead 2 was so good, I'll go back and play Red Dead 1.
Oh no,
and play through the story and because it sets up the story for Red Dead 1 so good. But dude, you just can't go back. There's so much more you can do in Red Dead 2. It's you start walking around Red Dead 1 and you just feel like you're in this
empty.
like a shell of a town or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just feels so hollow compared to like fucking.
Because it's next level, dude. It's the new era of open world game.
It really is, man. It's kind of crazy. So I was like, okay, I need to be immersed in a game. So I put the good old VR on, dude, and I jumped back into Resident Evil 7, which is pretty much the most immersive thing I can think of, and I played that for about as long as I could play it without fucking shitting myself. I mean, it's just as scary the second time, fucking like, oh my god. I played up to the part where you're at the dinner table and they're like throwing shit at you. Man, it's like one of the launch titles for VR, and still to this point nobody has put out anything as good as Resident Evil 7 for the VR. I feel like
it's just unfortunate.
It's so fucking good, dude. Like, so I played a little bit of that. It got my spirits back up. I was like, okay, I can play video games still. It's okay. And so then I was still bored. I didn't want to get scared, and I was like, okay, what can I do that doesn't cost anything? So I went on the PlayStation free games, and I downloaded Yakuza Kiwami, which I haven't played yet, but I discovered is the first game from the Yakuza series remade, which is actually kind of cool. It'll give me like a little place to start. I don't have to worry about like not knowing what's going on or anything. But I haven't tried that one yet. I also downloaded Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, which was free. And I started playing Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's more fun than I remember it being, oddly enough. But the thing about Bulletstorm is you can tell it's an old game. Both of these are old games that have been remade.
Yeah, of course.
Bulletstorm came out in like 2011 or something like that. And you can see the age on it just from like how linear the levels are and stuff.
Oh yeah, of course. Shooters aren't like that anymore.
Well, I mean, some kind of have that feel like, but even games like Wolfenstein that still kind of follow that linear path, that have the little branching places you can kind of like explore off to.
Look at stuff.
But where this game shines is like the shooting mechanics are really good. There's lots of like fun environmental kills that keep you playing, like you can kick people into like electricity and the like zap, or you can like, pull. You got this like whip thing, and you can whip people around the level, and you like whip them into cactuses, and they'll get stuck on it, and like you get points, and like if you do creative kills, you get more points, and you can spend those points on upgrades.
Can you use your whip to climb things?
No, you can't, unfortunately.
Stupid.
You can get sniper rifles, though, and, like, shoot them, and they've got, like, remote control bullets, so you can, like, you shoot it, and then you, like, control the bullet, like, all the way to the target, so, like...
That's pretty cool.
It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of, like, little gimmicky mechanics that are, like, just fun, It's like a goofy arcade shooter, but it's a lot of fun.
Sounds fun. Wait, is that it?
Yeah, that's all I've been playing. What about you?
So, well, I downloaded the Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Which one? The first one?
The first one, which has the highest rating out of the two.
Right, yeah.
So I downloaded it because I've played Mega Man in the past, like retro Mega Man, and I never...
Mega Man's too fucking hard for me.
So that's what I was like, okay, this game is too hard, so I never really got into it. It felt heavy and like clunky almost. And I downloaded it first night. I tried to play a little bit of it, couldn't get into it. I was like, this sucks. So I went online and watched some people play through it. And I was like, oh, okay. So now it all started making sense, because you have to, challenge each of the robots in a specific order. Like going from like Gutsman to Cutman and all that stuff. Like you want to get Gutsman's powers to help fight this robot in this level versus this one, and also you want to be constantly shooting. Yeah. Like I don't know, like I figured this out, and I beat the whole first Mega Man like in like probably like 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit, this is awesome. So then I just started jumping around into 2, playing some of the levels there, seeing what the new
That's cool. You beat the whole first Mega Man?
I beat all the first round. I beat Dr. Wily. I'm So after you beat Dr. Wily, you get to this point to where you have to fight every boss again.
Right.
But in one level.
Like the big boss run thing. I mean.
Yeah, so I'm basically in that. And then,
fucking impossible.
Yeah, which it's not. I watched a dude beat the game in 30 minutes.
Jeez.
30 minutes. But they break the game.
He's
to
God, though. Yeah, you gotta be.
No, that's like what they do. They break the game. Like, so I was like, I don't want to do that.
Dude, you still have to be God to break the game like that. Fucking, like, trying to watch people do those Mario speed runs where you, like, fucking go through the wall and, like, flip around butt jump to break the game on that shit. It's like, you gotta fucking... You gotta be skilled. You gotta know what you're doing, like, perfectly. You know what I mean?
Definitely. You gotta remember all the little details. But it was fun, like, getting to that point, and, like, I still want to finish it. Which I'm going to, but I started jumping around to like 2 and 3 and stuff, just seeing the differences. And the games are all very similar. It's just kind of adds to the story.
Yeah, even that new one that just came out, 11, is.
I heard it wasn't that good.
Really similar. Really?
Yeah,
I heard
from
the
like
opposite. I heard it's like just like all the other ones.
See, from the hardcore fans, one of the guys that I actually watched do the playthrough said that he was like, it doesn't control the same. He said the controls are off, but I don't know. Anyways, it was fun.
Did he like Mighty Number 9? Have you tried that?
I haven't tried that.
When you're done with Mega Man, try out Mighty Number 9. It's pretty interesting.
I heard that one sucked too.
Oh, I like it. I like it more than Mega Man. It's to me it's easier than Mega Man, but it's made by the guy who made the original Mega Man games.
Oh, okay, so maybe
it's like
that's the good one.
It's their spiritual successor, basically.
Which was the one that came out that was supposed to be like Mega Man, but it wasn't made by the guy who made Mega Man? I forget who. There were 2 Mega Man-like games that came out in the past couple years. There was Mighty Number 9, and then there was another one. But the other one is the one that sucked, apparently.
I don't know. I know Mighty Number 9 didn't get the best reception, but I liked it.
Gotcha. But it was fun. I've just been on a Capcom phase. So, like, I played more of Resident Evil 0. I still need to beat that. I feel like Resident Evil 0 is probably my least favorite Resident Evil so far that I've played. I've played some pretty terrible ones like 5 and 6, but also played the first one and 4.
Have you played through 7?
No, because I want to play through 7. I'm hoping it comes to Game Pass eventually. I don't want to pay full price for that, but
7's dang, dude.
I want to play it in VR though. That's the thing.
I honestly, we should stream you playing it in VR. I would love for you to do that,
dude. I'm so down for that. That would be a fun stream.
I'll bring it over and hang out for hours. I don't care. It'll be fun.
I mean, I don't even care if I have to go down to your place and we just have you like sitting there like just eating popcorn, like
just laughing whenever you get scared.
You just get, and you can kind of walk me through it so the stream doesn't get slow if I get lost at a certain point. Oh, yeah.
There's only a few parts in Resident Evil 7 that I feel like are easy to get stuck on. You know, like it's just scary as fuck, dude.
Dude, I'm so excited to get scared. I love shit like that. Anyways, but yeah, that's what I've been currently playing. We're going to jump on over to topic of the show. Today's topic of the show is best outfits in video games. If you're watching the YouTube channel, you probably noticed that we have 2 beautiful models behind us.
Yes.
And basically
the
best dressed. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what our goal today is, to just pick our favorite video game, like not as in like, oh, I'm wearing a shirt with the N64 logo on it, but like characters in video games and their outfits.
Yeah, mine. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I took this and kind of ran in the wrong direction with it. Most of my outfits are just plain fucking dumb. Like
but they're your favorites though.
They are my favorites, easily.
So that's not an issue. You know, that was the whole point. It's your favorite, outfits in video games.
Yeah.
And you like the outlandish shit.
I do. I really do. I like that ridiculous shit.
So take us on the road to ridiculousness.
Well, to start it off, I thought I'd talk about God of War, like the early God of War games. Because, it starts out with Kratos, and he's pretty bare bones. He's wearing, like, a fucking loincloth or some shit.
Got that butt
flat.
What
I mean? But if you beat the game on any given difficulty, every difficulty level you beat the game on, they give you a different costume. Okay. You know what I mean? And then there's other stuff you can do, I think, to unlock costumes. But but like there's so many great hidden costumes between God of War 1 and God of War 2. And I just picked out a few of my favorite from God of War 1 and 2. So I'll start with God of War 1. God of War 1, you can unlock the Chef of War costume.
Oh, nice.
Which is excellent. It puts Kratos in a fucking, like, Gordon Ramsay-style chef suit, and it replaces his fucking Blades of Chaos with 2 frying pans.
Oh, dude, that's pretty dope.
And he goes around the fucking level just throwing frying pans at people and beating the shit out of everybody. But there's so many like that, and I'm going to run through a few of them because they're great. There's, from God of War 1 also, there's Bubbles. His name is Bubbles, but he's like a scuba guy. And, like, it just gives Kratos, like, a scuba mask and, like, flippers. And, like, fucking, he beats the shit out of everybody. And then there is Tycoonius, which is Kratos with a fucking, like, suit and tie. And fucking, like, 2 briefcases instead of the fucking swords.
Oh, my God.
And then there is Dairy Bastard, or just Kratos in a cow costume.
I like that one
And he's got 2 jugs of milk. And then, for God of War 2, the costumes get slightly less ridiculous, unfortunately. But there is still one ridiculous one. You beat the game on any difficulty, you get the Cod of War costume, which puts you in a fish costume.
Thought it was going to be like a Call of Duty.
No.
Like...
You get a fish costume, and you get, like, fish hooks instead of your fucking swords. Also in Call of Duty, not Call of Duty, God of War 2. Sorry, I went through like 5 video game titles. God of Duty. God of War 2, you can be Athena, which, like, you get, like, Athena clothes, you know what I mean? And you can get Hercules clothes. So you can kind of dress up as your favorite, mythological hero and play through the game pretending you're them.
I can go the distance.
I would go most anywhere.
What if they played that song? I think that would make the whole scene better.
Oh my God.
The whole time
that song is just like on a loop in the background the whole fucking game.
Anyways, so my one of mine is going to be Beat, who's like the mascot of Jet Set Radio Future. He's a guy like with the spray paint can. He's got like the dope ass like mustard yellow T-shirt with the Japanese lettering or like Japanese writing on it. He's got like the giant glasses with the like green like
Bro, he keeps it fresh.
He does, dude. It's so hip. And that's the thing. It's like the glasses have like the green neon lenses with like a sound wave kind of jetting across each of the lenses. And then, so he's into that music. He's got his headphones on. He's got his Beats on. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, yeah.
And he's got the typical fashion of the early 2000s, the fingerless gloves.
Of course.
You got to have your fingerless gloves
naturally.
And his dope ass yellow and orange neon green roller blades to finish out the dope setup. Yeah,
that's fresh. That's fly,
dude.
It's very fly.
It's something that's stuck in my mind even as a kid. Like I remember it so vividly. So it's like, I like it. I like something about it. I wish I could dress like that and rollerblade all day, but you can't in real life.
I feel like he inspired that character in Overwatch, that healer character.
Oh, of course he did.
Oh, man.
Yes, he did.
What's that guy? He doesn't have rollerblades or anything, but you can tell the style is just like Jet Set Radio. He might as well have just been ripped from the game.
He totally does have rollerblades.
Does he have rollerblades?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does have rollerblades.
Oh, I don't know.
You can like ride on the wall and shit, right?
Maybe. God, what's that guy's name? Oh, well. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. And he's got the like weird like sound wave weapon.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's exactly the guy.
Yeah.
But if we're going to talk about costumes,
we're
going to talk about outfits, we're going to talk about style.
The fash.
There's no one more stylish than old Agent 47.
I got him on mine too.
From Hitman. I mean, the guy's fresh, man. He's fresh as fuck. He keeps the fresh ass suit on tuck at all times.
Black jacket,
black tie.
Pants. No, it's got a red tie.
Red tie? Oh, that's even fresher.
Yeah, it's got a burgundy tie.
It depends on what game you're playing.
The first Hitman, or no, this most recent Hitman, he had a burgundy tie.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that in Blood Money, he has like a bright red tie. And in like the original Hitman, he has like a black tie.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. But I know that it changes. And I know that that's one thing about Agent 47 that really led me to this conclusion, is that he is a man of many styles, you know?
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily have to rock the trademark suit, you know? Like, there's a level, particularly in the new Hitman game, that where you're, like, at a fashion show, and you're, like, walking around the fashion show, and there's, like, opportunities you can get on in the new Hitman, and they can lead you to your like targets or whatever, and you find out that there's like this model, like this bald guy that's like a model, and he's like supposed to show up and, you know, do his thing, and everybody like loves him, you know what I mean? So you can like follow the model into the bushes and like take his outfit
Become the model.
And everybody thinks you're the model, and they like start freaking out when you walk by and stuff. It's hilarious.
That's awesome.
And they're like, oh my god, it's him. And they, you know, I don't know, it's cool.
This Pitbull.
Yeah. Mr. Worldwide.
Uno, dos, tres. No, so yeah, and he's also got that rad tat to finish out the whole suit. You know, whether or not he wanted that tattoo, he's got it.
It's pretty rad. I mean, way less rad tats they could have given him for his...
Could have been worse if Hitman would have been like originally created, like in this day and age, it would have been like a QR code.
You'd think for like a guy that they were like specifically raising to do international espionage, they would have put the tattoo somewhere a little less obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't have given him something that the authorities could be like, oh yeah, that's totally the same dude.
That's him. He's got the barcode on his neck.
Anyways, yeah, so I got Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, Leon keeps it fresh with the jacket, dude.
Yeah, it's like a leather jacket.
Nice jacket.
With fur on the inside. So he's keeping that faux fur going. Because
so you know he's warm up in that shit.
Yeah, definitely. In the cold, mansion area, wherever the fuck he's at.
Also, I feel like that jacket is maybe not the best protection, but better than no protection at all for like zombie bites.
Oh,
you know
leather's perfect for that.
Totally. That's what you want.
Yeah,
you know?
because like it's gonna keep those teeth from getting in there, you know, and that's probably why you can get attacked a couple times before it, it really infects. But anyways,
he's got the style.
He also has the fingerless gloves.
Totally.
I don't know if you noticed, but
fingerless gloves are a staple in Resident Evil. If you don't have fingerless gloves, you can't be taken seriously. Like that's just a fact. Like,
you're not a true STARS.
Chris has the fucking fingerless gloves. Jill's got the fingerless gloves. Anybody's got the fucking fingerless gloves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah. Well, he's got some nice cargo pants. If you took away the fact that they're cargo pants, they look pretty great with the jacket. You just take the pockets off of them. And he's also got what makes those cargo pants so deadly is his gun leg holster.
Oh yeah.
That
fresh leg holster.
And to bring it all together, you got the 90s Leonardo DiCaprio haircut. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like falling down in his face, but it's not like emo. It's like it's like almost like he could be in a boy band, but he's like a fucking deadly, killer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I like that.
It's good. I think he was onto something. I think we should switch up our style. I'm just kidding. Anyway.
So going back to my ridiculous ass costumes, fucking Frank West from the original Dead Rising game. Now, just a normal looking guy, photographer, but you stick the full Mega Man outfit on him, and it's over. Suddenly you're fucking Mega Man running around the zombie apocalypse. You know what I'm saying?
True. I mean, but he's fine on his own, too. He's got the nice Hawaiian shirt, right?
He's got like that black jacket,
I'm thinking of the wrong one.
Here, hang on. I'll give you a little photo.
Yeah, give me a photo of this.
Frank West looks like a serious photojournalist. You know what I mean?
Which is the one where he has the Hawaiian shirt? Is that the second game?
I think he's got a Hawaiian shirt in like maybe the fourth one. Look, check it out. This is my boy Frank right here.
Oh, okay.
He's a little bloody, but he's got the slacks. He's got the semi unbuttoned like porn photo shooter.
Yeah, he's almost like you can't see that. He's almost like it looks kind of like Michael from GTA 5, but like more deadly.
Totally. But I'm not even worried about that. I'm talking about all the different styles you can put him in. Like, this isn't just the one, like, that's not the important style for
You
him.
can wear the little yellow
Lego
guys
heads,
from Mega Man. Yeah.
You can get the fucking Lego heads. You can get the fucking Mega Man costume. That's the most important thing. But you can also dress him up in all kinds of ridiculous costumes. Fly and unfly. You know what I mean?
For sure. Lots of Capcom references in that game that you can dress up as.
That's true.
And then, so for me over here, I got two of them from the same game. So Booker DeWitt, first off, he's a classic.
Oh, yeah.
He's a classic.
Yeah,
steampunk aesthetic, like a dark vest, charcoal pinstripe pants. I went down to the. I just got the description.
You got so much more in detail with it than me.
He's got rolled up sleeves on his button down and a red scarf with this modern, like, almost comb over type pulled back hairstyle. It's like disheveled, but purposely disheveled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like the look of most of the people in that game. I think that the costume design was really well done.
Definitely. And that brings me to the second character in the game, Elizabeth, but not just the original Elizabeth where she's wearing her dress and whatnot. I like it whenever Elizabeth gets badass. After she spills some blood, she kind of switches over. She gets like her short hair. And she starts wearing, like, the corset, and she's got, like...
Well, also, you're looking at different Elizabeths throughout the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, there's a part, no spoilers. Well, fuck it.
Yeah,
don't. I'm just going to spoil it. If you haven't played fucking Bioshock Infinite by now, then shame on you.
Shame.
But there's a part at the end where she's, like, running from the lighthouse to lighthouse, and, like, every time she emerges from a different lighthouse, it's a different Elizabeth with a different outfit and a different haircut, a different style. And it's fun how they did that, because they're all unique, and they're all Elizabeth, and
it's
they're
a different representation of each Elizabeth, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
it's well thought out, though. It's not just, like, sloppily done. It's, like, all, like, I could see that, I could see that alternate dimension version of Elizabeth, Some of them are obviously darker and meaner or nicer, but they're all like, it's like that scene in The Matrix where fucking Keanu Reeves is standing in the room full of fucking
all the TVs,
yeah.
All the different times he came through. It's basically based on that, I feel like. But the reason why I like this one so much is because you're so used to her being like all dolled up in like a Disney princess, and then all of a sudden she becomes this darker, more like serious character. She's more of a badass, the corset and everything. Just and to tie it off. Is the choker. The choker is she's mature now.
Mm-hmm.
She threw the choker on. But yeah, so those are two of my picks. What else you got over there?
Oh, let's see where I'm going with this. If we're gonna talk about outfits, we got to talk about the new SpiderMan game.
Yeah, see, I didn't get to play it, so I figured you were going to do this.
You got to. I mean, and I can't even narrow it down to, like, one Spider-Man costume that's my favorite after the new game. That's one thing I like, is that, there's so many options, and, like, I don't know. That's always one of the better things about Spider-Man games, is getting to put on different, like, outfits. But some of the highlights, in my opinion, there's, like, this negative Spider-Man suit where it's, like, a glowing, like, blue. I don't know.
I like
it's
that.
Really trippy and stuff. And there's one where you have like a Ghost Rider skull for a head that like has like a blue flame around it. There's one where you're just in your fucking underwear. Just you have to like 100% the game to get it. But
do you still have your mask on?
Yeah. You're just in your like tighty whities and a mask.
I like it. I like it.
No, there's some great costumes in that game. They have like the fucking metal one from like the Avengers movie with like what's the metal that's like the vibranium or whatever in it. They have all kinds of different Spider-Man suits. It's great. If you're a fan of like the different costumes, it's worth checking out.
Cool. I like that. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad I have not played it. I need to play that game. Everyone's so stoked about suits.
Another thing about that game is that Peter Parker stays fresh looking. Not just Spider-Man, He keeps it fresh looking in that game. Same with MJ. MJ's costume design is really good.
Parker's a big nerd, okay? No, just kidding. No, yeah, and so my last one that I chose actually has always, as much as I didn't really care for the game, the design for the characters stuff really had like a big almost impact on how I wanted to dress. Like in my late teen years, you can see pictures of this on my Facebook. But Alex Mercer from Prototype, with his leather jacket with like the gray hood that is, so it's a leather jacket with like a gray cotton hood, you know, and so like in the game he has like stripes and like a design on the back of the jacket, but I just like the idea of the leather jacket with the gray hood, and then just like straight up jeans and like some nice ass shoes, you know. Like,
your style from back in the day reminds me a lot of, there's this game, Infamous Second Son.
That's what I like.
The
It's
main
very
character
similar
from
to
that
that.
has like a fucking beanie like you always used to wear. It's like that exact same beanie, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, like those two games, like Infamous and Alex Mercer from Prototype, literally both of those games. I remember me and my brother talking about it, being like, "Dude, that's dope. We need to get jackets like that." Like straight up, no lie, that's a real thing that happened. But anyways, awesome. Yeah. So,
let's see. I'll skip a couple of these. Got to talk about Red Dead 2. The fucking outfit customization is just out of this world in that game. There's like so much, but there's also like one of the things I think is one of the cooler parts of the game is like when you kill like a legendary animal, you can take the hide or the pelt and like take it to like a person like that specializes in making custom shit, and like he'll make you like clothes out of your legendary animals. So obviously these clothes are rare and hard to get because of that. I feel like it makes it a little more fun, but you can get like full outfits, and like they have like the bear hunter, which is my favorite. There's two of them that I like the most: the bear hunter outfit, and you have like this big fucking bear hat, and like and then there's the ghost buffalo hunter, where you have like this hood with like little buffalo horns coming out. It's fucking tight.
That sounds pretty dope. Like that's one of the main things that I want to play Red Dead for, is like the fact that you can customize like the beard and the hair and like...
Oh dude, the beard customization is stupid detailed. Like you can do so many different styles, and you can like shave just certain parts of your beard. So like if you wanted to like just shave like your chin and have like your chops growing out, you know, you could, or like whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's tight.
Definitely.
That being said, Grand Theft Auto had a lot of great like customizable fucking like style options too, you know. Grand Theft Auto 5.
I think where I was getting the Hawaiian shirt from was Vice City.
Oh, dude,
I think I was mistaking the two. Yeah, that's where I was coming from. Grand Theft Auto, actually, Grand Theft Auto 3. What's the protagonist's name in that game?
Oh man,
I can't even remember. All I remember is Tommy Versailles.
Yeah, that was fucking Vice City though.
Yeah, that was Vice.
It wasn't the same character from both games, was it? No,
I don't think so.
No, actually, it might have been.
I'm gonna Google that.
I think it was,
but
I think he didn't talk in 3.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. But I think it might have been the same character. I could be wrong.
You keep talking. I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah, I got more to talk about anyways. Horizon Zero Dawn. That's one you got to talk about when you're talking about costumes. Just because the outfits are so unique. Her like style is different. Like most of the costumes are made of like the like metal from the robots you kill in the game. So you have all these like spare parts that are like like kind of folded into armor, and everything looks makeshift, but it also looks really like good and like different. I don't know. I really like that. Dead or Alive, of course. Some great costumes, outfits, you know, and some of the unlockables were hilarious, like Zach's like alien costume, and like, but some of them were also really fun. Like there was one for Jan Lee that kind of gave him like a Bruce Lee type outfit, which was kind of cool. Little, like, you know, commemoration to Bruce Lee. And of course all the girls had like their little slutty outfits or whatever, and then like their fun outfits, and like Bass had the wrestler outfit, but he also had like the cowboy thing. I don't know, it was cool.
Lots of good outfits in that game. So the protagonist, the silent protagonist of Grand Theft Auto 3, his name is Claude.
I would have never guessed that.
Me either.
I would have never guessed
it's either Claude or Claude. I think it's Claude.
Yeah, Claude. That sounds like Claude.
But I think I would remember if it was Cloud. But yeah, But he had a dope outfit too, especially for the time. You know, I think I just like that leather jacket. You know, the like something about leather jackets, man. It draws me in.
Max Payne.
That's what
the sweet leather jacket.
And it was like almost a trench coat.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Too bad, you know, those went out of style for some reason.
Bayonetta's got a cool outfit. Her whole costume in game lore is made out of her hair. Because she's like a witch, so like her hair grows to like form fit her and turns into this like leather costume. And also like I don't know, it's also like her weapon. You know what I mean? Like it's like the Green Lantern, except for instead of a ring, it's just her hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's a badass.
Totally. And then of course you gotta talk about Mario Odyssey, dude. Mario has never been looking fresher than in Mario Odyssey with his little top hat and shit. You know what I mean?
It's like, come on, don't be scared. Okay.
Some of the outfits that for like the amiibos were really great too. Like he could get like the Luigi costume and like the fucking shit like that. The gold Mario.
Yeah, my favorite costume in that game, I guess I have to bring up, is the N64 like polygonal Mario costume.
Oh god, yeah, that one's so great.
I played the entire game like that, and except for when I had to switch over for like certain moons. But yeah, oh dude, I love that game so much.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. I think that's enough for now.
Sweet. So that was it for the topic of the show. We got the best dressed in video games right here. So if you guys got your pick for the best outfits in video games, let us know in the comments on YouTube or on Facebook in the group. Just throw it at us. We'll just fucking
launch it at us.
Take it to the face.
Catapult it at us.
Take it to the dome. Anyway, so Brent, tell us about the People's Champ over there.
Going to the People's Champ. Guys, this week the People's Champ is going to be very stalled because I'm stalling.
Because Brent's stalling right now.
I'm just stalling it up. Okay, it's Kyle McAvoy. Woohoo!
What's up, Kyle?
Kyle says Mario.
Wait, hold on. In line with the episode's theme. Go ahead.
Oh, in line with the episode's theme, Mario, boxers, briefs, or commando.
So I don't get when he says Mario. I don't know if he wants us to say, is this what Mario wears? Or does he want to know how we do this?
No, because, definitely what Mario wears.
Okay, all right. So Mario, he wears underwear, but we know this because of Mario Odyssey. He wears boxers.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. I was going to say briefs, but I guess you're right.
Yeah, he straight up wears, but he looks like a briefs guy.
He does. It seems practical with like the lifestyle he leads.
Yeah, he's probably so fucking chafed all the time.
Dude, no doubt.
From all that run, like his thighs must look like fucking raw meat.
Dude, definitely.
Just parkouring those fucking starched ass overalls. Fucking, how do you wear boxers
all
in
day,
overalls
and swim in them and shit? You know, he's constantly jumping in and out of the water. You know what I mean?
Dude, I don't even know if he has a penis anymore. It's probably been like
probably doesn't, dude. It probably got.
Imagine it's like sandpaper to like flesh at all times.
He probably never had a penis.
You think so? Maybe that's why he's so.
He doesn't have nipples, does he?
He has nipples.
Oh, he does have nipples.
Yeah.
Yeah. The internet was freaking out about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. There you have it.
Thanks, Kyle.
Thanks
Great question.
that awesome question. All right.
Let's see.
Let's move on to listener questions.
We got Orly here. He says, "Best video game ever made?" ?
Best video game ever made. Ooh, Donkey Kong Country.
I think it depends on what you mean. Like, are you talking about like technically the best video game ever made? Like the most?
I think he's talking about you. What do you think is the best game ever made? Someone's got a gun to your head, but not only your head, everyone's head. Everyone in the world. They got a big gun to their head, and they're like, Brent, if you don't answer us right now, what's the best game you think was ever made? Everyone's going to get shot, except for the shooters.
My personal favorite is probably going to still be KOTOR right now. But if we're going to talk about the most technically impressive game ever made, like technically the best game ever made, probably Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So Brent's got Red Dead.
Like the most accomplished game. Like the most like impressive game I've ever played is Red Dead 2 for sure.
Okay, you've been shot. Everyone's dead. You didn't pick. No, I'm gonna stick with Donkey Kong Country, the original. It's just such a perfect game. I don't know, something about it was just at the time. It was when it comes to graphics and technical, like feats, it was the Red Dead of its time. Isn't that funny to say? But it's true. It like brought in the 3D graphics. It's what spawned the era of 007 GoldenEye and stuff like that. Yeah,
that's true. I guess you could say that Rare probably wouldn't have been as successful without it.
Nope. But anyways, so that's my answer to that. What you
got? John Hightower says lengthiest demo you've played.
Shit.
Probably the Minecraft demo, because you could just play that for as long as you want. It just puts you in a smaller space that's like contained.
I think like the longest, Minecraft had the longest in length, but the demo that I played the longest was, I believe it was I think it was Cell Damage was the demo that I used to play a lot. But I can't remember where I played it, but like I think it was at Walmart. But I would go back like every day wherever it was at, and I would play it like all the time. Like anytime I could, I'd be like, "Can we go to Walmart? I just want to play the demo." Like it was fucking awesome. Cell Damage, check it out. Don't buy the
modern one.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't fucking buy it.
Yeah, it's such a shame.
They took out like the
core mechanics.
Yeah,
it still looks good. I mean, it just isn't the same as it used to be.
No,
you know what I mean.
It's not as Acme as it was. You used to be able to slice cars in half and smash them and stuff. Now, no matter what weapon you use, it doesn't matter what it is. They just blow
their
up.
Health bar. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just explode. And that's it.
Stupid.
No death animations. Anyways.
Let's see. We got Sarah here. She says opinions on the Detective Pikachu movie. Well, we gave our opinions earlier in the show, but I think it's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah, we did give ours, but like I said, it really hit me in the feels, right in the spots of the feels, and it felt so Philly. So I'm ready for it. I don't even know. I'm excited. Like
I also am excited.
I'm actually just pissed that I'm afraid that there's gonna be so many little kids going to see this fucking movie that I won't get to see it the day it comes out. Like that, it actually angers me because these kids don't deserve it. Just kidding.
I'll go see it with you, dude. We'll go to one of those movie theaters where you can drink alcohol, and then there won't be as many kids.
That's true. Yeah, we could go to like Star Cinema or something.
Yeah.
Or we could buy our seats.
And I bet you they have all kinds of fun Pikachu themed drinks there too.
Oh, dude.
You already know.
Thundershock.
Let's see. We've got Dylan Parton. He says, started Spyro last night. It's fucking beautiful. Anybody else playing it?
Nope.
Nope, not me. But I want to.
Yeah, me too.
I will. I just got to let Fallout 76 come out, and I got to get that first.
Yeah, it sucks being broke and wanting to play every game ever.
I'm telling you.
Spyro though, Spyro is one of those ones on my list. I gotta get Spyro.
Yeah, I love Spyro, especially like Ripto's Rage, the second one. So
yeah,
very excited about that.
Most def.
We got Thomas Shepard here. He says, "Will there be a Detective Pikachu watch party?"
Dude, I'm so down. How would we do that?
Let's all meet up at the cinema, the Star Cinema.
Star Cinema Grill. I say, yeah, we do
fucked up.
Oh, fuck yeah,
and
dude.
Watch Pikachu do some detective work.
Hell yeah. And if we can work that out on a day where we can leave, or we see it early enough, afterwards, we should go to fucking, whatchamacallit, and continue the party, Game Preserve.
Oh, yeah.
Continue the party.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Oh, man, that would be such a good theme, too. Yeah. We should do that. I like that, Thomas. We'll set up something on Facebook.
Faux show. Yeah, I'll message you, and Brent's going to send you a friend request this time. Anyways, what else we got?
That's it. That's it for the user questions, the listener questions, the wonderful questions from the people.
Oh, they're the people now.
Yeah,
but they're not the people's champ.
No.
Brent, round out the show for us with This Week in Gaming History.
Should I take them back, or should I take them way back?
You know, we should probably start with the furthest back and work our way forward.
All right, let's start as far back as we can go.
All right, give me the year. Give me the platform.
We're going 1996, November 15th, baby.
Platform.
I want to say PS1. This is Tomb Raider.
Damn it, dude. Why are you giving it away?
I'm sorry. I got excited on that one.
You're like, this is Tomb Raider. No, okay.
My bad.
Tomb Raider's dope.
Tomb Raider. And I'll let you guess this next one.
Okay, let me guess it.
You'll never guess
it. It's a fun
though.
game for me.
You'll never guess it.
You didn't even give me any hints
You'll
or
never
anything.
get a chance to guess it.
Why?
November 13th, 2000.
Okay.
Don't even ask me what platform it's on because I have no idea.
Really? You don't know what platform it came
frankly,
out to?
I don't know. 2000, so maybe...
Is it multiplayer?
No, it's a single player. It's an RPG. It's a JRPG.
Oh, is it a Final Fantasy game?
Maybe.
Final Fantasy Tactics?
Nope.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
What? No. Crystal Chronicles
on the GameCube. I'm thinking 2000.
No, it's like a main entry in the Final Fantasy series.
Oh, Final Fantasy's. It's not 7, is it?
No. Hell no.
I was about to say, I know it didn't come out that late. Fucking 10.
Oh, you're so close.
13.
Nope.
Fucking. Why am I even guessing anymore? Just fucking say
it's 9. It's Final Fantasy 9.
I can't believe that came out in 2000. That's such a recent thing, I feel like.
Final Fantasy 9?
No, 2000.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that was 18 years ago. Never mind.
Crazy.
God, dude. Every episode, I'm like,
we're a little closer to death.
Just one step closer.
Oh, man.
It's all right, though. Maybe we'll get extra lives. Depression.
That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning into GameSpeak. Remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of CreateForSanity.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast directories. Be sure to submit any questions you want read on the show to GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group. It's facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our video content on YouTube if you're not already watching it there. All you have to do is search Create for Sanity. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle Aljaafreh Jamal. Brent has one. And go and follow us on Instagram, GameSpeak Podcast. I've been posting a lot there, trying to, stay more active over there. So check that out. And until next time, listeners, later.
Get out of here, you damn kids.